Hello and welcome to the third in this series of Pilates for larger people. Now I have a larger explanation at the beginning of the first of these workouts, the standing one. So I'll not go into it too far, but I'm hoping that these provide you with a bit of a stepping stone to be able to do some more cardiovascular type workouts. This can give you the stability around your pelvis, around your knees, the scaffolding if you like, in order to be able to feel more confident doing the more cardiovascular type workouts that will have a bit more of an effect on losing weight. It can also give you confidence. It can bring you back into your body, give you that awareness again of movement, of moving your body and correct flowing movement. So I hope you enjoy these workouts. Just take your time. It is ideal to do these things in front of the mirror sometimes, but I know that can be a little bit uncomfortable. So just be aware of your movements, that they're correct. Lift your head up and check if things are in alignment a couple of times. So we're going to start off on our sides for this workout. So just take your time. You can do this on the bed, or you can do it on the carpet, on the floor, but take your time to get down and lower yourself onto your side. So we're going to have this arm as a pillow, if you like. So we're going to curl this arm round. I know joints can be a little bit sore, so I'm going to give you a few choices. You can be here, you can be with the arm out straight, or you can be propped up. I find it a little bit easier propped up, to be honest. I get a little bit sore elbows. So you've got your head propped in your hand. I would like you to shuffle and tuck this hip back. I've got a pen in my pocket, I think. We've just been on a scavenger hunt today with the kids. So tuck that bottom hip back. I've purposefully, just to pause there, worn normal clothes today. I could have got changed into my workout gear, but I've purposefully worn normal clothes to show that you don't have to have any special gear for any of this. Just nice loose clothing will be just fine. Tucking that hip back on point. Tuck your ribs back so everything is rolling forwards. Things will be in contact with the floor. Please don't let that put you off. That is fine. That is there and totally fine. Tuck. You might find bras get in the way a little bit, so feel free to take them off. If you're doing this at home in the privacy of your own home, then just take them off. Tuck your bottom under. And I want you to feel that you're using these abdominal muscles to tuck your bottom under. Good. Your top knee should be a little bit further away if you can. So your knees may be together, they may be a bit sore. I'm sorry about that. You can put something in between. But your top knee should feel like it's wandering and pushing away a little bit there, and your feet are together. Your feet should be in line with your bum, so you can lift them up and have a look. They should be in line with your bum. But try and draw in through your tummy and tuck your tailbone under. Now we're lifting this top knee here, keeping the feet together and lifting the top knee. There may be a lot of flesh in between here, which might mean that you don't feel like you can lift that knee very far. Trust me, if you see I'm not lifting that knee particularly far as it is, and that's because I've got myself in that nice strict position on my side there. That is what is important. Now I don't mind if that knee's just lifting and the thighs are just separating a tiny amount. It's just fine. You should be feeling it in your glutes here. Now these glutes are really important for pelvis stability. So if you're planning to do any particular walking on the treadmill or something like that to lose weight, then pelvis stability is spot on. Now if you can lift your feet up and roll forwards, your thighs can get a little bit sore, so rolling forwards on the thighs could be a little bit sore there. Use your hand on the front here. I'm so aware of the sound because I filmed a plus size Pilates a couple of years ago and the sound was terrible on it. I've been asked to film a new one, and the time that I've just snatched to do it, it's really windy out here, damn it. So I'm really aware of the sound. Good. I hope it's okay. Keep working through your tummy here and take your time. Good. Drop that bottom hip down, drop leg down I should say, and just forwards and backwards. Now these movements do not need to be big. Just gently forwards and backwards, but working your hardest to try and keep as strong as you can through your tummy. Good. You can see how windy it is. The camera's about to blow over. But we're in lockdown at the moment. So if you're watching this straight away in May, then you'll understand what I mean. If this is years down the line, then obviously COVID-19 lockdown. So it means I've got 3 kids at home, homeschooling, and my husband's a doctor, so he's out at work all the time. But people have been pleading me to film these workouts for so long, I just had to do it. So turning over to the other side. Now just take your time coming up. You might just want to roll over onto the other side and just hear my voice, or shuffle your way around. But just take your time and don't get too worried about that. So on to the other side. Prop your head up or down like this, or with the pillow, like I say, or bring pillows in if it's uncomfortable. Tuck your bottom hip back. Scoop and tuck your bottom under, and lifting that top knee. Good. So you should only really feel it in here. It's quite common for when people are a little bit overweight to have lumbar spine or lower back problems. Quite often that's because the glutes are not working properly. That can be one thing. So working these glutes can be really important. And also it could mean that you can feel these exercises down through that sciatic nerve down the back of the leg. If you do feel that, readjust your position, tuck the hip back, scoop under, and lift that top knee. Good. And you may need to build these up. Slow them down. Take your time, picking up your feet, and continue. Good. So there are 3 workouts in this series. If you haven't done the standing one or the abdominal one that I've also filmed, then do take a look at those as well, and take a look at my original plus size Pilates, which is a good video. It sounds just a bit rubbish. I had the microphone on the wrong setting. Bottom leg down. Top leg forwards and backwards. Again, do not worry about how large these movements are, forwards and backwards. Squeezing in your tummy. Keeping that leg strong. Thinking about the movement. Good. Lovely. Now the best way I've found to stretch off after these glutes exercises is sitting and crossing your legs. Obviously, if anyone's got any knee problems, I'm going to come back in shot after the camera's blown around. If anybody does have any knee problems, this twisting on the knee can be a bit uncomfortable. So, onto our backs for the next exercise for some shoulder bridges. So ease your way down onto your back. Take your time. I would like you to tuck your chin and lengthen through the back of the neck. Broaden out through the front of the chest. Take a breath in and sink your ribs down. Your heels, I want them to come quite close to your bum, but I do understand the backs of the legs here. That's going to come into contact at some point, so don't force it. Just come as close as you can with the legs. Good. Now I want you to take a breath in. As you breathe out, tuck your bottom under, curl the spine and peeling up. Good. Just as high as you can. And then the ribs sink down first and you curl back down. Now this may all feel a little bit close and tight up and around the neck. Tucking under, curling up. Good. For those of you who've had a larger chest growing up, I would like you to think about broadening and opening out through the chest. Tucking under, curling up, and curl back down again. Start with your arms. It's a funny noise from the bird up there. Start with your arms up in front of you now. Now this may feel a little bit like you haven't got enough room to do that. Your elbows can be a little bit bent if you want to. Tucking under, curling up and opening out the arms at the same time and curling back down. Curling up and the arms go up above the head. and back down. As you curl down, imagine you're pushing the spine into some soft sand. Breathe in, breathe out, curling up, arms out to the side. Good. Breathe in, breathe out, and bring the arms up. Brilliant. And come back down. Good. Cool. So we're going to do a few stretches now, coming onto the side and coming back up again. Now, whatever position you feel more comfortable in, if you feel comfortable with your legs crossed, then do. If you want to sit on your heels, then fine, or on a chair, so you can actually move yourself onto a chair now if you wanted to. But what we're going to do is take the head over to the side and stretch the side of the neck here, pushing this shoulder down and this hand down. I know neck pain can be a big problem for loads of people. Good. And coming over to the other side. Good, stretching down the side of the head here. Great. And then go again, swap sides. And again. Lovely. So coming onto your hands and knees. I know a child pose can be a little bit difficult when it comes to being a little bit larger, so I want you to widen your knees, so your knees are as wide as the mat, and bring your hands a little bit forward. So actually what we're looking at doing is sticking our bottom straight up in the air and your chest down to the floor. Great. And then we're going to come forwards and stretch that back, because I know backs can get pretty achy for the best of us. Coming back, so this adds a bit of stability by moving from position to position, and stretch the hips down to the floor. Good. Stretching back, take your time, readjust wherever you need to, and stretching forwards. Good. One more. Brilliant. Coming up, you're going to have one leg up now. Anyone with knee pain might find this one a little bit difficult. We're stretching the arms up in the air here, tucking the bottom under. Last one. Good. And then we're just going to come backwards. We're not sitting on that heel. If you really want to, then you're fine. I know it can be a little bit difficult, but actually this way of stretching is pretty good. Point and flex that ankle at the front, which moves you forwards and backwards. You could be up a little bit, however you feel more comfortable. Good. We're going to swap legs. Take your time. Stretching up, lunging forwards into it. Good. Just take a couple of nice deep breaths there. And then come back. Like I say, fingertips can come down onto the floor. Point and flex that ankle a couple of times. Great. Lovely. Just in kneeling or standing, just stretching down either side, like so. Lovely. So guys, feel free to put those 3 workouts together if you like. I've done 3 lots of 10 to 12 minutes. You could easily do one after the next, but I've filmed them separately so that you can dip in as and when you feel comfortable to. I hope you've enjoyed them. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel, share with your friends, give me a like and a comment in the comment box about what you would like to see me film, or just a comment saying hi. That's always much appreciated. Take care guys, bye.